If you are looking for how to create even more effortless flow of success in your life and in your business, and particularly around your work, your business, your career, your personal brand, how can you use the energetics of your stars, the astrology, your cosmic blueprint to make success happen easier for you? I want you to consider that the moon moves the entire ocean. The whole of the planetary ocean's tides are moved by our moon. So if they can move the whole entire ocean, do you think it's possible that it can be moving something in us too? Retrogrades just give you a moment to pause and actually stop and have time to look at stuff without it flying past you at 1,000 k's an hour. Who wants to have their own astrologer bot? I talk to mine all day, every day. It knows your business. It knows what you're doing. When you are in a place of hustle, trying, working, pushing shit uphill, it's usually because you're working against the natural energies. We want to go from that hustle to the alignment. It's my Astrology for Success cheat sheet guide. And it basically covers what are all of the planets and what do they mean and what do they represent? What are all of the zodiac signs? But basically this just includes what are all the planets? What are their symbols? What do they mean? Because we all have all of the signs in our chart. It's also got the key important aspects that I'm going to be talking about today that relate to your business success in particular and what they mean. Cafe Astrology has these brilliant free charts, and it's going to give you all of the basic information that you need. This is how in-depth reading these can become. Now, we're not going to be doing any of that kind of astrology today. We're looking at how in this lifetime can we use what information we have here to become the greatest expression of ourselves in this life. I would know exactly how to take you out. I would know how to destroy you from the inside without doing a thing. So this is the darker side of astrology, right? So you're going to start understanding how this is all fitting together. We have then in the next kind of circle all of the planets and points, which you're going to learn about some important ones of today. Jupiter is your planet of luck, your massive area of luck, success, expansion. So that is important. This is where you will see a lot of success happen in your life. It's almost the place where you can become famous in your niche, your circuit, your circle, your place of operation. So I know this all looks like another language and it just looks like loads of shapes on a square, on a circle, but I am going to help you make this really easy because we're going to go and make a bot that's going to do that translation for you. So step one is just open this sheet, make a copy of this sheet, and you're going to do a couple of little edits in it. You now have your own. You're welcome. You're welcome. Life changing. Absolutely life changing. So exciting. There are actually other aspects that say way more about our life and the way we're going to experience it. Way more. For a start, right? The transits that happen in our everyday life and what's going on with these planets, because we all orbit around the sun. And this is the actual order of our planets. And these inner planets, the ones we call inner planets, Mercury, then Venus, then us here on Earth, and then Mars, these smaller planets impact us on a much shorter term. Like we've all heard of Mercury going in the microwave, like Mercury going retrograde. If your bot has said something is happening with Jupiter, you can bet your bottom dollar that is in some way going to impact potentially the next 12 years of your life. And Saturn takes many years to move around the sun. So if we haven't changed anything in the Saturn energy, which we're going to learn today because it's an important part of your success journey, you're going to be stuck there for potentially 80, 90 years. Ouch. Ain't nobody got time for that. So this is where you can see where the success is going to be, or where the challenge is going to be, or where the friction is going to be. Now, I guarantee you, even if you're an astrology buff, these prompts I'm about to give you with your bot are going to change your life. So mine is in Aquarius, which means that my work should be in tech and social. I should be innovating and doing techie-based stuff and creating social impact and change in people's lives. I now make them really expensive so that I have less of them. I only allow them to happen 1 day a week so that I'm not depleted in energy. Your North Node is basically what you were sent to this earth to do in this lifetime. This is where you will actually find the most challenge because it's the stuff you haven't yet mastered, you haven't yet learned, you haven't yet accomplished, but it's the thing that you are destined to learn to do in this life path. Because if you master and learn the things you need to learn in this space, you will become the ultimate actualized version of yourself. Comfort becomes your prison. Your safe South Node makes you go stale if you stay here. The other placement that you have on your natal chart is something called the part of fortune. And yes, you've guessed it. It's a very lucky placement. These are like, imagine when you were a kid and you were a child and you just naturally gravitated to certain activities. I bet you your part of fortune was there. What tasks do I actually love doing? Schedule more of that because you're energetically activating luck and ease and flow. And the more you're vibrating at that energetic level, guess what? That's going to impact all of the other areas too, even the challenging aspects that you have. Even if you do or don't believe in the planets, this is still teaching you about yourself. And this, my dear friends, is how my success isn't an accident. The fact that you are prepared and aware of the energetics that are happening. Let's say there's a lot of conflict energy coming up. You've got Uranus, you've got Mars, and they're having a punch up, right? You can look at that and be like, sweet, now I can expect to get a bunch of shitty emails. Jupiter, 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 you sexy astrological beast, right? Jupiter, my friends. Jupiter is your planet. Oh, I've got place there. It's not a place, it's a planet. It's a planet of luck. It's your planet of abundance, expansion, and good fortune. Jupiter is out there in the giant, it takes tens of years to move around. Like this planet only knows the great expanse of space. It doesn't care about our human idea of what's possible. When we talk about seducing someone, we're talking about how do we captivate them? How do we lure them in? How do we become irresistible to that market? How do we make sure that when they look at us, they are in love? They are like, I need that person in my life. Take my money, take my clothes, take my virginity, because this is going to show you now what you just need to let go of and let it wash down the stream. And actually, you just jump on a boat and start sailing with the current. Oh my gosh, life-changing. Remember, you are freaking amazing and magical because it says so in your stars.